my lesson to this whole thing, my lesson to this whole thing has been this: God's timing. God is always on time. Like, when I tell you that, like, I question my faith in God all the time, because I feel like I don't pray as much. I'm not as good of a Christian as I could be. I question, like, when I read the Bible, I stop and I question things that I feel like I shouldn't question about blind faith. But when I tell you there's one thing that I am faithful about, that I'm sure about, it is that God is always on time, and that God's timing, like, it's all about God's timing. Because when I tell you that I've been going for this for, like, I started our BSN program in 2013, as soon as I finished LPN school. Like, I finished in May. That following August, after I packed my NCLEX in June, I started a program. Couldn't finish that one because I couldn't afford it. I came down here and, like, thing after thing after thing made it so that it wouldn't work out. But some way, some reason, I don't even know why I said no the year before, and I was supposed to apply and I didn't. But for some reason, this year, everything just fell into place. And when I say with ease, like, yes, it was stressful, but with ease. Like, I'm usually super stressed out, super, like, anxious. With ease, everything fell into place. Yes, it was stressful. Yes, I had to work hard. Yes, I had to work my ass off. But when I tell you that it came to me, even though it was hard, the decisions, the drive to do it, the perseverance came with ease to me. Like, that, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I know that was God's doing. Me getting switched from my cohort to, like, mental health in farm to the med surgeon farm, that was a blessing. Because this must have been so much harder to pass if I wasn't doing that. Like, when I tell you, like, you need to wait. Don't get impatient. Like, I got so impatient over these last 5 years. I read my old tweets. I see all my old messages. I was so impatient over the last 5 years about my career and about getting my things done and about being on my time. I was impatient because I wanted to be on my time. I wanted to have my degree by this time, and my time and everybody else's time. Like, I'm in a rush and everyone's like, "You're so young." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm running out of time. Whose time was I running out of? It wasn't God's time, because it was my time, because this year has been on God's time and everything's been working out. And I've been stressed, but, like, ask people. I've been less stressed than I usually have been. I've been in a better mental state than I usually have been. I've been more positive, speaking things into existence, taking things into consideration, because I know that it's not my time. Like, it's God's time. So, like, at the end of this video, like, I just want to say, like, I know it seems hard and it seems like everything's falling out of place and, like, it's not working out for you, but take a step back. I know it's hard to say, because when you're in that predicament, like, I go back and I think about me being in the predicament of struggling, and it's frustrating as hell, and it's hard, and it's difficult, and you don't get it. But, like, now that I look back and realize, like, how everything wasn't falling into place and how everything fell into place now, I realize that it was never meant to be my time. And the thing was tricky, because no matter how infrequently I did pray, when I did pray, my go-to prayer is praying that God keeps me on the right path. God keeps me on the path that I'm meant to be on. That's my main, if I pray for anything, it's praying for safety of my family and friends, and the fact that I pray that I stay on the path that I'm intended to be on, and that He guides me to where I need to go. Because I know my career goals were, like, what I want to do with the world is like, instilled by, like, just me, but personally, like, I know that I'm supposed to be in the medical field. I know that I'm supposed to be helping people. I feel that in my heart. It's been heavy in my heart for as long as I can remember. Like, I know that's what I'm supposed to do. But I pray that God keeps me on the right path in order to do that and get it done. So, like, my problem was that I was praying, but I wasn't, like, listening. So then I started to pray to be put on the right path, but to also understand what I'm being told and what I need to do. Like, I was praying for the right path, but also, like, I would be able to understand, like, what I'm being told. Because I could pray for the help and the blessings all I want, but if I'm not interpreting what God's telling me correctly, it's not going to help me. So I knew that I had to fall out there too. So I was praying for that as well, and I finally started, like, it was clicking and it fell into place. So if I could tell anyone anything about this journey that I've been going through, that will be 7 years in the making when I graduate, because I have a graduation date, May 8th, 2020. It'll be 7 years since I graduated from LPN school and started my RN journey. And it's not the end of it either, because I'm going to med school. That's the next thing. But if I could tell anybody anything about this journey, it's that you need to be patient with yourself. And if everything is not working out, as hard as it may be, you need to step back and take a look at the bigger picture. Because I'm telling you, like, if you keep at it and you're persistent and you don't give up, because like it's really easy to lose motivation when you're pushing this hard for something for so long and you feel like you have nothing to show for it. It's really hard to get depressed when you feel like your goals and dreams are not working out. You see everyone else getting what you want. It's really hard to let that negativity take over. But when I tell you that it will pay off, you can do this, you will do this if you work hard, remain determined, and like trust in God's timing. Even if you're not a godly person, if you're not religious, if you're spiritual, trust in the universe's timing. It'll work out. You got this. I'm telling you. I know I got it. So I wanted to take some time on my drive to work to reminisce about this past year, because this past year has been one of the hardest years that I've worked. I worked hard a lot through my life. I always try to work hard. People know me as a hard worker. People understand that that's what I do, and that I like when I get frustrated more when I'm frustrated, and I tell people how frustrated I am, and they tell me, well, you do this all the time, you got this, like you never fail at things, you always get your shit together and done. Like I know that, but like sometimes I feel like, what if this is the time I actually fail and people are so sure of me and I'm not? But I started to be, because at the end of the day, like if you're not sure of yourself, no one else will be. And like even if you're not 100% sure, put that into the universe. Tell yourself you got this, because positivity brings positivity. You speak positivity over your life, you're more likely to have a positive outcome than if you speak negativity over your life. I'm telling you, it's hard as hell to get in the habit of, but I started speaking positivity over my life, and it's changed my outlook. Speaking words have power over your life. Speaking positivity over your life has power. But let me just tell you, like, you're doing okay. You might not be on everyone else's time. You might not even be on your own time. But if you continue to work hard and put all your effort into your goals, you'll be on time. It might not be your time or your friend's time or your sister's time or the society's time, but you will be on time, because the universe, God, the higher being, like things are meant to happen a certain way, I think. And things will fall into place when they're meant to fall into place. And I don't think it's hard in the broader sense of the term. It's hard to say that everything happens for a reason, because there's bad things that happen. But when you almost every time something bad has happened to me, months later, weeks later, years later, I look back and I realize that I learned something important from that lesson. So like not everything always happens for a good reason, but you could take reason from bad things happening. You could take lessons and things and learn things from negative things happening in your life. So my goodbye sentiment is that you got this. Trust in the timing, not your time, but God's timing, the universe's timing. Remain determined and just keep going, and that speak positivity over your life, and that no matter what happens, good or bad, take that and learn from it, grow from it, and be a better person because of it. Yeah.